I ended up doing like 5 total, man, which wasn't too bad. It was a good day, but it was just I was all over the city, man. Freaking he got to me, and I think we're live.
Okay.
And it was fun. I made the most of it, man. Got home beat up from the feet up, and I posted on there, bro, because I did a delivery for these 2 ladies, and I'm there the whole time. I'm setting up the sofas, and it was a pain in the butt, dude. I struggled with that one. But she's like, oh, can you take off your mask? And I was outside, and I was like, excuse me. She's like, the mask.
Dude, she was hitting on you, dude?
You know, so I took it out, and she's like, woo-wee. She's like, yo, one good-looking man. I said, I'll take that.
I'll take that, dude.
I said, I ran, bro, before she changed her mind. I was like, you know what? I was like, let's do this.
Yeah, man.
Hello, everybody. Spider here, the Fight Card Podcast, coming to you from San Antonio, Texas, being joined by Aaron Don't Give a Damn Suarez.
Don't give a damn, dude. You know what? I really don't, man. There's just some things I just don't give a damn about.
I don't know why I got that from you. Just the vibe, maybe. You know what? This guy don't give a damn.
This guy, he don't give a damn, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Give a damn about nothing.
My man, I know you've been asleep all week. Been on autopilot.
Dude, hiatus, man. It's been great though. It's
been
fun.
And this week you got to work from home.
Yeah, a couple of days, man. So it wasn't too bad. I enjoyed it.
You see, when that happens, is the wife like, okay, and by the way, you gotta mow the lawn. Like,
yeah.
I'm on the clock, baby.
I'm on the clock, baby. I can't do it. Can't.
Camera sees everything.
I might even do some overtime, just sitting in front of the screen. Just
yeah. So, honey, wait, I'm in a meeting. Damn. No, bro. Man, I mean, this week itself, I've been busy. I mean, I was saying earlier, work picked up for me, so I've been on the road, and we're talking about that mobile podcast, dude. So I think I'm gonna have to do that, man, because
yeah, dude,
I don't have time to. I'm just gonna pull over on 37. There's no traffic anyway, right?
Dude, straight up like the A-team or something. You know what I'm saying? Like just we
Mohawk.
We can pay the fool and everything. Just
man, I might have to, man.
Yeah, man.
Dude, the fights. I know the weigh-ins. I just posted the stream for the official weigh-ins, of course, and I think we had talked about that before, man. How I guess they kind of have to make a spectacle of the weigh-ins, so they do like the pre weigh-ins,
the ones in the morning
weigh-ins, and then the after they get to eat weigh-ins and all that other stuff, man. But having been a fighter, and you're still a fighter, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Haven't been an active fighter, should I say? Were you a fan of that, man?
Well, that was a cool thing. Let me see. I probably went through that twice, where you'd weigh in or whatever, you're all dehydrated and everything like that, and then you'd have to come back to the venue, and then I didn't care for it. I mean, I kind of knew what he was wanting to drive or whatever, just kind of get more interest or whatever, and I get it. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, like, we just killed ourselves.
I go back, I'm gonna fight.
Yeah, like we just killed ourselves trying to make weight, whatever we're trying to weigh in at. Went back to the hotel, and then now, like, I'm eating, I'm grubbing or whatever, and then now I got to go back just to, like, I already saw the guy. Like, I don't care. Like, I want to go back the next day. I just want to whoop his ass. Like, that's it. But
I'll fight him.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd rather just do the one way in and have it be done and not worry about it. Yeah, but I mean, I get it. I get why they're doing it.
And of course, yeah, because I mean, right now the UFC, of course, they're hot. Some people know about them, not a lot. Yeah. But yeah, man. But I mean, of course, man, the weigh-ins were good. The whole interviews, and it was hype because, of course, throughout the week they're like asking, hey, what's going on, their mindset, how they're training, and of course, there's a little trash talk. I saw some of it yesterday. Just clips. I mean, I was working, so
yeah,
it's kind of hard to drive while you're watching the YouTube. It's just I haven't mastered it yet. So no. Actually, I'll pull over like for delivery, and I will kind of get on there and check it out. And I mean, it's some good hype, man. I like it. I mean, I like the build up. I like a lot of the matches on there are freaking good, bro. Like there's like 3 or 4 matches on there that would definitely be like a main event. Like type of status. I think so. It's good. I mean, the prelims, of course, are going to be on the UFC Fight Pass tomorrow, so I'll be watching because I'm cheap and it's already paid for. But the fight itself, man, I don't know. I'm gonna have to make best friends with somebody to go watch it at their house Saturday, bro.
Dude, I got invited to a buddy's house over there for tomorrow, so I'm like, yeah, I might swing by.
Tell him we gotta take the whole podcast, bro.
Yeah, dude, I told him, dude, he's like, hey, I'm down, bro, I'm down.
Hey, buddy, we coming.
Yeah.
See the van pull up.
The mobile van. Hey, can we get a jump?
I know. Hey, by the way, the water hose, the radiator is kind of heating up, buddy. But man, yeah, bro. I mean, so it's gonna be a good card. I mean, of course, they are the Super Bowl of MMA here, so it's only right that they're getting this much exposure, man. I mean, I know. PFL, I've been keeping up with them, dude, and the one thing that throws me out with the promotion is a lot of their fights are pre-week, so it's like Tuesday or Wednesday, and I'm like, damn, I forget, bro.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to keep up with them. I've been watching a lot of for the highlights and just the matchups, man. I've been trying to one up Daniel Cormier and actually getting a little info, man. I've actually been doing my homework. But a lot of the fighters, man, I mean, some are fresh, bro, and that's kind of where it's like, well, man, I mean, they still got to build them up. Mm-hmm. A lot of them have experience. I mean, the matchups are good, the layout, the platform, I mean, the stream, and so I'm happy. I mean, I'm excited with the promotion, and they keep, the one thing for me is that they keep kind of like, oh, man, we're neck to neck with UFC, we're neck to neck, and it's kind of like, man, I mean, I would concentrate more on what we're doing rather than trying to compete. Yeah, man, because there is no competition. I mean, they can't. It's just for me, like Combate, Bellator, PFL, everybody's on their own lane. UFC's no matter what, man, nobody's gonna catch up unless they flop and they really go under. But I don't see that happening, man.
Nah, and I mean. Yeah, it's going to be a long time before anybody really catches up to them. I mean, they're going to have to do something crazy and special. So, I mean, like that brings me to like another thing too is, I know you don't like talking about them, but the Paul brothers, I know they had...
That's it for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for chiming in.
But he had, I forget which one, I think it's Logan, but he had a WrestleMania thing, where he wrestled or whatever. He had a match, and then... then Jake Paul, he's doing his thing, and it looks like maybe that, him and Diaz are gonna fight.
I've been keeping up with that, and
so and I don't even like how it's gonna go for Diaz, man, because he's gonna get cut, and so. Yeah. But I've made that rant before, but you have two guys that can kind of really put some money and some value into whatever promotion that they are gonna do. If they end up creating one, which I mean I can see them doing, man, they have a lot of backing, and I think that would be a legit. One to really, get behind or at least compete with the UFC, and maybe even overtake it. But I think it would have to be something like that where the people already have some star power to it, and they can kind of, now it's just, okay, can they make it sustainable? So it'll be interesting.
My thing, and it's because, I mean, like, obviously, like, for us, I mean, everything was on YouTube.
Yeah.
For me, I know we talked about Invicta when they went away from the UFC Fight Pass and they went straight to YouTube, or they were doing a live feed. And they people were like, oh, they lost followers and they lost, but I mean, I think it's smart, man, because I mean, like, everybody's on YouTube. It's easy to access. I mean, it's free, so you can get an account or whatever going. But like, I don't know. I guess like with the PFL for example, I mean, they're on mainstream. They're on certain channels. I mean, of course, they keep posting. They're already like in Southeast Asia. They're going all over the world and which is great, man. I mean, they're definitely getting the exposure, man. But it's like, for me, like, I would kind of concentrate on home and kind of, you know what I mean? Like, before I start, man, because it's just like with us here, man. I mean, I told you right off the bat. I mean, so many people moving to San Antonio. There's no reason why we shouldn't get 100 people. You know what I mean? Like weekly, just because it's like, okay, well, you know what? These guys are here local. They're talking about, traffic and, what's on sale at HEB and all the good stuff, man. This is where you want to come to, man. Yeah. All the good deals. But yeah, man, but it's just, I mean, it just makes more sense. But I mean, now, they're reaching out to Southeast Asia, all these other countries and, parts of the world that, I don't even know where they're at. I just know it's in Southeast. But I mean, but it's just, I mean, for me, I would rather, I think it was Khabib, like his first promotion, it went straight to YouTube.
Yeah. A
lot of the promotions, they're going, you just subscribe, of course, they get your info just like Facebook and they sell it, so hey, why not? They already got my social security number, man, I'll sign up. But I would do something like if the Paul brothers were to do that. I think I would be smart enough to where I would just, they're already on YouTube, bro. I would just maybe buy YouTube. I don't know, something to where it's like, you know what, now you gotta subscribe and you gotta get an account and okay, well shit, I'll do it, you know. But I mean, like for them, the way I see it, for them, they would have to go with somebody that's already has a platform. Because if they were to start off from the ground up, I mean, it'd be kind of
hard. Well, and that's just it. I think, you know, they can probably look at, you know, PFL, Bellator, you know, whatever, and be like, hey, you know what, let me just buy.
Yeah, I mean, look at you know, Game Bread, man. He bought Icon. Yeah. You know, it was already going. He bought it. Now it's like, you know, he's starting from scratch.
Just
but
a simple change, man.
Yeah, you know, I mean, Eagle FC was God, I forgot what it was. I
don't know.
I forgot what it was before Khabib bought it. But he bought it and then he just changed the name. You know, so yeah, definitely. I mean, Logan Brothers. I mean, hell, man, what promotions out there that's wants to sell? You know, hey, shit. I mean, a lot of these people. I mean, and it happens. I mean, I'm not. Whether they intended to or they just built it big enough to where they were like, you know what, I'm done with it. Let me sell it, and then they enjoy life. You know, Meg Maynard. I mean, he had legacy. You know, he sold the stock or whatever it was. You know, he went out to the UFC, so he's not having to actually deal with the promotion itself. You know, so it's just, I mean, a lot of promotions on UFC Fight Pass, man. Shit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can buy one of them.
Dude, that's the way to go, though. Like I said, man, you build something up, sell it, and then, you know, go find something else.
Which reminds me, this podcast is up for sale. So
it's up for sale.
$5, I'll take Bitcoin, HEB bucks.
The buddy bucks.
All right to, what is it, the
Riverwalk?
Battle of the Flowers.
The Battle of the Flowers.
Yeah, man, it's going on
that's
tonight.
You gonna go tonight or no?
I'm gonna go right now, bro. I'm gonna got the table, bro. I'm gonna go outside and start walking.
Get that door.
I'll see the extension cord, see how far it'll reach. No, man, I thought about it, but then that's all I did. I just thought about it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go.
You have any deliveries tonight or no?
Yeah, actually, after this, I've got two deliveries I gotta knock out.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna make it, man. I mean, you know what? And maybe I think I'm already like grandfathered in to where I'm like, man, I don't know, I'm grumpy. I just like to yell obscenities and yell at people for no reason.
Hey, man, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, man, but it's I'm good. I mean, I've enjoyed life. You know, I want to enjoy other things. You know, like sleep. But yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. Are you taking the family?
Nah.
Just going by yourself? No.
Yeah, I'm just going by myself. Hey, what's up,
honey,
what's up, guys?
Work called. I gotta put in some more.
I gotta.
She'll only fought for that so much, bro.
Dude, yeah. I mean, it's worth a shot, man. I mean, I
you keep getting the same amount on your paycheck. What's?
Oh, man, that's because I'm salary.
Yeah, they pay me later. Oh, that's right, bro. Yeah, oh, there you go.
Ooh, so you like that, right?
Yeah, bro. That's a PowerPoint. But man, I mean, as far as I know you've been busy.
Yeah.
You know, being home, being dad, being having been at work. But I mean, as far as touching up with anybody, man, have you been able to talk to anybody?
So I went back through like all my messages yesterday, and so I do have to
realize you're blocked.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, man. I thought I had more people than this.
I thought we were friends.
All you see is the Instagram user.
They forgot to delete you on this.
And I was just like,
you get them. You're like,
got you,
still got you on TikTok.
So I just made another account. Send some facts out. So I went through all my messages and I was like, dude, I said I gotta follow up with this guy, and this guy. So no, I didn't, man. I didn't reach out. I'm gonna shoot one tonight or today, pretty much right after this, man. I got a couple of topics I do want to talk about, just because of listening to that other one that we had talked about earlier before we came on.
Oh, yes, sir.
And I don't know, man. I just I guess I'm always just kind of biased because the way like people are set up now or whatever, or at least the way it's kind of going is, everybody, hey, we all get along, we all get this and this and that.
I hate everybody.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, at some point it's like, hey, just shut up and train, right? And you don't have to worry about how everybody's feeling or this and that. I mean, you went to the gym and you went to go train, and that's kind of where you put your frustration out. And I kind of miss the old school style of MMA. It's like, hey man, just shut up. Let's just get in the gym and we're gonna spar.
No phone zone.
Yeah, we're gonna spar. We're gonna whatever, and sometimes it's gonna get rough and sometimes it's not. And now it's kind of like at least from what I'm getting with other people, is they talk about, oh man, it's about connection, it's about this and it's about that. I'm like, I don't care about that. Just put some gloves on, put some shin guards on, let's go kick the shit out of each other.
Yeah. No, you see, man, and I was gonna ask you that because I wonder. I mean, right now we live in the world of social media, so of course we got to take pictures of everything and video everything. I mean, I don't, but people do, and you know, I wonder if that's like a rule. Like, I mean, if you know, I haven't been to a gym in years. I mean, I don't know if they're like, of course, no shoes on the mat. I wonder if there's some where it's like, hey, no phones. Like, leave your fucking phone in the, excuse my language, but leave your phone in the locker, you know, leave your shit outside or whatever, and then just come train, man. Because, it's like, you know, I mean, maybe afterwards, okay, you're all beat up, hey, take pictures, you know, in your vehicle crying, hey, you know, but other than that, but yeah, man, people, you know, go in there and get some rolls in, man. I mean. Yeah,
you know, and then also, too, man, I'm also just kind of wondering now, just because, I mean, I don't care for the music that we have going on right now, like, you know, because...
They're still making music?
Yeah, you know,
I thought they were just remixing all the good stuff, bro.
I'm still living in, you know, my, you know, what was it, 98 to 2010, you know, to that mix, right? So I was wondering, I was like, what do people come out to now? You know what I'm saying? Like, what songs did they come out to? Like, because I don't know what's...
Yeah.
like I don't know what's, like, you know, because I came out, I had a couple songs. I mean, I came out to, like, Rage Against the Machine. I think I even came out to Metallica one time. Then I had some Pantera. Then I had, you know, Warren G. And, like, so I've had an array of things, but I don't know what other, like, fighters are coming out to. Like, are they going old school? Or are they, you know...
This is when you would go up to the DJ and be, hey, can you play my cassette?
Can you play this? It's
CD.
It's on side A.
There you go. Third song from the... Yeah, there you go. But, no, I mean, that's a good question, man. Yeah, I mean, and I tend to ask a lot of fighters that just because I'm curious, but I'm like, you know what, dude? I mean, what is it that gets you motivated? You know, I mean, you want to get pumped up, you want to... So I'm like, man, what do you come out to? And I know they tell me what they come out to, and I have no idea who they are.
Yeah,
you know, I'm out of the loop, but you know, that's just for all the youngsters out there, man. I mean, what do you guys come out to? You know, men and women.
Yeah, man, because you know, because I'm wondering. I mean, everybody all has different tastes in music, and even with me, like, I mean, it wasn't so much to get me like hyped up or anything like that. I mean, I think when you're gonna go into a fight, you should be hyped up already, you know, to kind of you know fight and swing or whatever. But at the same time, it's just like, you know, a lot of the music that I you know came walking out to, it was just to, you know, I just wanted to hear the song. You know, it wasn't anything crazy. It's just like, all right, cool, yeah, that's what I wanted. And even when we trained, I mean, like, hey, coach, like, how come you have like R&B songs playing? I was like, that's what I wanted to fucking listen to.
You know, mind business.
Yeah, you know, just, you know, and you know, so yeah, I mean, I know songs can kind of trigger emotion, so I just want to hear it, man. What kind of songs do you guys come out to? So
you know what I would come out to?
Talk a little bit about that.
If I'm gonna train this year and next year, bro, I'm gonna fight. But I'm gonna come out to like voicemail messages. That I can keep. I can.
Oh shit! That's right. I got to do this afterwards.
Yeah, last year, what? Oh, man, from like 2-3 years ago, I'm just gonna walk out and listen to all these messages people leave me because I don't read them, bro. I mean, I don't listen to them. I you know, I'm like 7, like delete, because I'm like, you know what, past tense, never happened. But
well, yeah, I know, dude. You always leaving me on red, man. It's just like
dude, I'm leaving you. I'm taking the kids. Oh, you're like, oh, that's where they went. I'm like,
all right, cool. I'll call you again next week.
Yeah. I was wondering where they went, and I'm like,
oh,
but man. Yeah, man. I mean, that's, you know, it's a good question, man. I mean, so yeah, we'll see if people want to chime in and post that on there. Man, of course, I wanted to go to the UFC 273 card right off the bat, just because I want you to make some picks, and I'm gonna pick on the people that you pick against, because you know, you don't have good luck with that. No, I'm just joking.
I really don't, man.
I used to, man. I mean, I used to actually, you know, and it wasn't even so much. I just kind of like, you know what? I like the style where they were more offensive, defensive, and I just kind of, you know, used to wing it. But I used to pick pretty good though, man. I mean,
that was also when you were just in tune with everything.
Yeah, I was in sync. Now it's just like who's this guy? And that's one of the things, man. Cause look, I've been having Jimmy Flick. You know, he's been helping me. Jamal Emmers. And we've been trying to go over a lot of these, you know, and I gotta change the heading or whatever. But we've been trying to break down a lot of these fights for the regional promotions. And it's kind of hard, man, because a lot of these guys are fresh. They're regional. I mean, I try to look up, records, and of course they pop up. But video, I go over 1 or 2 fights. I go over their win and I go over like their loss. And I just kind of see like, okay, well, this is why they lost, and okay, well, this is why they won. But we haven't broken any of them down as of yet. But we are gonna get to that. I'm gonna actually like go. And it won't be the full card, but we're just gonna go up from the card up, and then get the main card, at least for sure the top 4 fights on the card. But
no, definitely, man. And speaking of that, man, I mean, just real quick, I know I was looking at a fight last night that's gonna happen here on the 22nd, and man, I mean, the guy came out, he's 1-1, and it's like, dude, I said, you can't really make a prediction off of that, right? He just coming off a loss. I'm sorry, he's just coming off a win, but it's just like we had to go back and look at his amateur stuff.
Yeah. And
he was still kind of just middle of the road. So I mean, it's really kind of hard to make some predictions on some of those regional shows, man. But do what we can.
Just go from the hip and be like, hey, you know what? I like this guy. Actually, me and Jamal, man, we went over the Titan FC, and one of the fighters, his nickname was La Salsa. So I was like, dude, we got to win it, bro.
That's it. Yeah.
I said, that was enough for me, man. I said,
say no more.
I need lunch. I went with it. But yeah, man, but you know what? And on the video itself, man, I had asked Jamal because he had a Ninja Turtle shirt on. And I said, hey, man, I said, you know what, bro? I said, one of the fighters on the card, he was from, it's actually going on in the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
So one of the fighters, his nickname, or his fight name was the Pink Ranger. And so I asked Jamal, I said, hey, man, you're a 90s kid, I mean, Ninja Turtles, if they fight the Power Rangers, man, who wins? And he was like, oh, man, he actually think about it, man. And I started thinking about it because I was like, shit, who would win, man? But
who'd you pick, man?
I went with the Turtles, bro.
You have to. Okay, all right, good, man.
I mean, same with him. He was just like, you know what, I have to go with the Turtles. And I said, you know what, man, I mean, the other guys are humans. They suck. I'll go with the Mutant Turtles, bro. But it was one of those questions I just had to ask, and made for a good conversation, made for a good laugh, bro. So definitely. But yeah, man. I mean, on this card, bro, itself. I mean, I'm gonna go over. I think it's bout number 6, and Aspen Ladd. Of course, she's gonna be fighting Raquel Pennington. And experience, Aspen Ladd 9-2. I mean, Pennington's been in it for a minute, of course. 13-8, and I like this. It's actually number 12 versus number 13. Pennington. I've watched her from, dude. I mean, I've been watching her for a minute. Before the UFC.
Oh yeah.
And I like her stature. I like her fight IQ. I like the way. I mean, when she's in the cage, I'm like, hell yeah, dude. I mean, she's definitely a hell of a fighter. On this one, I don't know. I guess when it comes to the totem pole, as far as who's fought more.
Who's fought, yeah.
But the fight itself, it's actually pretty good. And all I want to do, man, is actually just bring up a little bit more of a. Let me see.
Aspen Ladd. She called out Misha Tate, didn't she?
She did.
Something like that.
Yeah. I mean, with good measure, man, because she's been wanting to fight a couple people, Then, but I'm a fan of this particular bout, and I want to get your take on it, man. Like, who's gonna win this fight, bro?
With Aspen and damn, dude. Damn, dude. 12-13. Oh man. My gut, tells me Raquel. I'm gonna go with Raquel.
From experience, I mean, as far as like her fighting now.
I'm looking at experience, man. I'm looking at just I think she's probably a little bit more tested, but I mean, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I mean, the thing that really sticks out too is, I mean, she lost to, was it Jermaine? 16 seconds, man. I mean, that came off, and a couple of canceled bouts with Macy. And I mean, that sucks. And I mean, so I don't know, man. I just think, I mean, she had a few wins going. She had a couple of cancellations, man. But I mean, I think just the fact that she probably hasn't been as active as she's wanted to or whatever, I think, and then you're facing off against Raquel, who has a lot of experience. I mean, it's not as in depth or anything, or it's not that far or that much over her, but it's still experience, and I think she's also fought tougher opponents as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Raquel, man.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I'm definitely going with experience. Nothing from Ladd. I mean, she's obviously a fighter. I mean, she goes in. Now, the only thing, and not to say that's a bad thing, because, you know, I mean, you can always be explosive and go in there, and it's just, I see her maybe, if she goes into this fight explosive and tires out, man, I think she'll leave an opening for Raquel, and being the veteran that she is, I think she'll, you know, take advantage of that and get either TKO or submission, man.
Yeah.
But,
no, definitely, man. Shoot, man, I'm looking at, I think, I went up ahead, but I'm looking at the Mackenzie Dern, Tisha Torres.
Yes, bro.
Dude, that's gonna be a good one, man. And I think they're actually gonna probably set up that fight. I think they're finally getting Mackenzie Dern in the area that they really wanted her from the beginning. You know, kind of be this not so much like a next Ronda Rousey, but you know what I'm saying. But probably a little bit more marketable. So I think she ends up taking that one. I don't know how long Tisha Torres has been out, but I don't think she's been as active. So let me see her last fight.
No, I think she's in a relationship with Raquel Pennington. I know they've both been kind of doing, you know, not fighting, concentrating on home life, and I'm sure they've been training. You know, I mean, they're both from good gyms, so of course. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Mackenzie Dern. I mean, I was gonna go with her already, but man, you got Angela Hill, like was Tisha's last fight, and it went to a decision, and I don't know. I mean, I'm probably just biased against her too, but I don't think she's that good. So Angela Hill. Yeah. So.
You see, and I'm going with Mackenzie Dern. One of the things I did see a clip from their press conference, and you know, Tisha Torres is like, hey, you know, I'm gonna use my striking. I'm gonna use, and Mackenzie was like, hey, well, what about if we go to the ground? And Tisha's like, you're gonna have to get me there. And I'm like, she'll get you there.
She will.
Yeah, like I mean, she's taller. She's got a few inches on as far as height, her reach. And I think she'll be able to kind of like get in there and use her reach to get in there, but get the takedown and, you know, get her via submission.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. So like usually when people say that, right, it's like, oh, you got to get me there first. The chances are they're probably gonna get you there.
Yeah.
Now, can you get back up? Right? Exactly. Can you get back up before the bell sounds? And
that's what Tisha said. She said, "I'll get right back up."
And do we believe her? I don't know.
It'll be tough, man. I mean, obviously Mackenzie, she's not just a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. She's an active competitor, man. She's competed for years, and she's got that experience on the ground where it's like, yeah, she gets you down there, man. She's gonna tie you up and frustrate you, and
the thing that I've liked about her lately is the fact that what do you call it? She hasn't been just one of those, hey, I'm gonna go straight for the takedown. Like she's actually been striking. She's actually been trying to throw those jabs and crosses and stuff like that, and really trying to set up some type of, or establish some type of striking, so that way she can, you know, get to a clinch and then also eventually to a takedown. So, I mean, it's I think there's a lot of things that have really evolved Mackenzie Dern's game here lately, and I think we're gonna probably see the whole thing coming out Saturday.
No, I mean, it's gonna be that's one of the ones that I was like, man. I mean, even if it was a main event on a UFC Fight Night, I mean, that would be one of them. I was like, man, I'm excited about that matchup. And, I mean, we shall see, man, of course. Yeah, since you skipped like 10, we'll go ahead.
My fault, man. I'm looking up the card, man. And
No, I mean, there was only one more, and I'm actually going to go down right quick just so you can bring it up.
Do your thing,
But as far as, it's another women's bout, man.
Yeah.
And it's actually going to be Piera Rodriguez, undefeated, bro. She's fighting Kay Hansen, 7-5. Flyweight division, 115 pounds. At the weigh-ins, and I was watching it earlier because I was like, man, I wonder if any of the fights got scrapped. On this one, 15 pounds, I don't think.
Oh, I was like, damn, dude.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure, you know, this one's going to happen, and I hope so. I mean,
damn, dude.
Undefeated, man. I mean, of course, she's like via ground and pound, via submission, via unanimous. She's all over the place. I like her. I've been watching her through YouTube. I mean, I'm not in South America, but she's impressive, man. She's definitely a scrapper. She's nothing, you know, I mean, respect by it, because she basically, wherever the fight goes, she finishes. So I'm excited about this one. I mean, her opponent, of course, she's got a few bouts more on her.
Yeah.
But I like it, man. I mean, of course, like we mentioned earlier. I mean, Kay Henson, 7-5. You know, from the U.S. I'm actually not sure. Let me see, 10 Planet.
10 Planet.
So I mean, of course, you know, she's gonna be a buggy choke expert.
I've been seeing that a lot lately, man.
I know. Yeah, somebody. Taco, man, he posted he got one the other day, and I was like, man, buggy choke.
But yeah, dude, I tried doing that. I farted. And this is like, never. I'm sorry, guys.
I was like, hold on, let me take off my shoes. I have to get comfortable. But yeah, man. I mean, of course, you know, Henson, and she's got a win over Frey. You know, Jin Yu, of course, from here in Texas, which is impressive. I mean, she's fought in Invicta. She's got experience. She's fought a lot of good fighters, bro, and definitely it's gonna be a good one. And it's one of those. I mean, being undefeated, of course, now you're in this platform and you're going to be on TV and people, you know, the world's going to watch, man. So pressure, bro. I mean, do you think the pressure will break Piedra Rodriguez?
I don't think so, man. I mean, I think shit, you never know, but I don't think so. I think she kind of already knows like where she's at and where she's going to be, and you know, I mean, you're 7-0, you're undefeated. You're going against another lady who's she's been around or whatever, but she's also had losses every which way as well. So I think this is probably just another setup for Rodriguez to kind of catapult her little stock within the UFC. So I think she'll be just fine.
No, yeah, man. I mean, I'm looking forward to that one, of course, man. And I guess now we can go back up, man. But I mean, on the main card, bro, that's freaking sick. I mean, of course, you know, Mackenzie Dern, Ticia Torres was one of them. Gilbert Burns. And Chimaev, of course.
Chimaev, yeah.
Bro, this fight, and it's funny because, I mean, same thing, during the week, they were actually both in towels, and they ran into each other in the hall, and they're kind of just like, hey. And the press conference, I mean, you know, comes out, of course, he was like, man, I asked him to show me power, he showed me no power, and I'm like, you know what, man, this guy's trying to chill, you know, like, hey, let's, you know, it's a good matchup. I mean, Burns was like, hey, this is a people's main event, and I agree with him.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, you know what? No disrespect to the champions, but I mean, this is one fight that will definitely catapult one of these two to a title again, man. I mean, I know Gilbert Burns has fought Covington. I mean, he was one fight away. He lost, but it's a good matchup, bro. I mean, your take, who's going to take this one, bro? The undefeated Matt Russian that'll smash, or Gilbert Burns, man? 24 fights, bro.
Damn, dude. I thought about this. Not hard, but Chimaev. I'm gonna, you know, like I said, I'm gonna roll with the hype, man. I mean, usually I'm not a big like one with the hype type of guy, or whatever, this and that kind of, you know, you got to prove it. But with this hype, man, I kind of believe it. I mean, I think, you know, he's shown a lot that he's been able to finish fights, whether it's, you know, standing up or even, you know, taking them down, TKO and submission or whatever. Yeah, I just feel like Chimaev is the real deal. I think the only thing that might hurt him, is him messing around with Darren Till too much. You know,
man, I was gonna ask you because they've been kind of like best friends and hanging out.
Yeah,
you know, like stepbrothers. They're like shaking bang,
which is cool, man. I mean, you know, do your thing. You know, hang out. But I just hope, you know, Chimaev doesn't get. I hope his discipline and everything that he's worked for is kind of overshadowing the fact that they're having some fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope it's more training.
Yeah, because this is persona. Now it's like people are like, oh, he's not that bad. You know, he's a good guy. He loves, he makes jokes.
If he became a champion, like, I don't think anybody'd be mad about that. I think he'd be probably one of the few hype machines that we've had that actually, you know, were legit. You know, because again, the original hype machine, I think for me was always Conor McGregor, which I wasn't a fan of. I never thought he was good for that level of talent that he was fighting in.
Right.
I always thought you had plenty of better guys, and I don't know how he jumped so many guys so quickly. So, you know, that's just kind of just my take. I don't think he fought anybody really tough to get to the title. So, you know, and then of course he gets the title and he knocks out Aldo, and then I look like a jackass. So, you know what I mean? So,
like, I don't know anything.
Yeah, and they're like, Aaron, aren't you the fighter? Aren't you supposed to say, dude, shut up, get out of my face.
Right.
Like,
get back to work.
Yeah, please. You know, so, but yeah, no, I'm gonna roll with Chimaev, man. I think the hype is real. I think his training is legit. I mean, you see him throwing around black belts. You see him dropping, you know, partners and stuff like that. And then Darren Till, I mean, he's tough as nails too. I mean, but I I think working with Chimaev or whatever, I think he's getting a lot more. I'm not sure how much more Chimaev's getting from working out with him.
Right.
You
No,
see what I'm
yeah.
saying? So,
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
You know, he's like a grappling dummy that moves, so that's gotta be good, man. But no, man. I mean, you know what? And for me, because it is 3 5-minute rounds. I mean, I think Gilbert Burns has more of an opportunity to get that win.
Okay.
If it was 5 rounds, then by all means, I'd be like, you know what? I mean, he's gonna get bulldozed. I'm gonna go with the upset, man. I'm gonna go with Gilbert Burns, man.
Ooh, okay.
I got on some platform and I put on there Gilbert Burns submission round 2.
Oh.
And I don't know if anybody posted on it, but I was like, you know what, man? Like, I think he's gonna surprise people, dude.
Yeah, I mean, he's tough. He's tough as shit too. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's not like it's gonna be a runaway thing. At least I don't think it's gonna be a runaway thing. I think it's gonna be an actual, like, decent fight. I mean, it's just, I mean, I don't know, dude. Chimaev, the lasting thought in my head is just Chimaev just holding, was it a Young or whatever?
Yeah.
And just talking to Dana, just kind of just like, hey.
Hey, no.
I'm like, dude,
like your Chinese food.
Like, you know, I mean, like, there's talking during a fight. You know, but then like
he's having a conversation.
Like he's having a conversation,
hey,
and he like has another grown ass man like
I know.
in the hip. Like, could you imagine being that other dude? And he's just like, "Hey man, I'm trying my hardest to get out and I can't." Like, you know, like it's like the top. He's like the toddler that didn't want to go to sleep. You know, like, man. You know, that's gotta suck, man.
No, yeah, I mean, because obviously, I mean, he is the bigger guy. He is a big dude, man.
Yeah.
I mean, for him to fight Usman. You know, that'll be a podcast within, or an episode within itself.
Mm-hmm.
But for him to fight Stylebender, same thing, man. I'm like, yeah, he's got that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
On this one, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go with Burns. I mean, I figured if they scramble and they scrap, I mean, he's a smaller guy. I think he'll be able to ball up and kind of tie him up a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but we'll see, man. I mean, it's gonna be a good fight nonetheless, bro. I'm gonna be watching definitely. So whoever's out there, send me a link. Yeah, anyway,
I'll go live from my friend's house.
Yeah, I'll be going live. But man, the next one, bro, of course, the co-main event. I'm not a fan of this. I mean, the whole 135-pound title for me got embarrassed, and you know, it's just the way everything happened. It's just like, man, you know what? Let's just get Jan back his title and let's keep going. You know, it's just I mean, who do you have on this fight, man? Sterling.
Man, you know what, dude? I was gonna roll with Sterling, man. He's a champ. He's got all, you know, he's whatever. He won it the way he did. But the one thing that really changed my mind, man, was Peter. He doesn't have a corner, and he didn't come in with one.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just think there's something just kind of just badass about that. You know.
I think
it's
just like, I'm here.
Yeah, like somebody tweeted it. It's like, hey man, that's a BMF, you know, contender right there. It's like, you know, you showing up, you got no entourage or nothing. It's just him.
Yeah.
You know, so
hey, I'm here.
So I think that's pretty fucking cool, man. So I mean, I'd be excited for Peter, man, for him to kind of regain it again, and then I think I'm just not sure where the headspace is at, as far as, you know, all those different things. Because when you get disqualified like that, or, you know, whatever, like he might be a little gun shy. You know, he might not want to pull the trigger as quick because of possible DQs, or that might be in the back of his head, or
you see, he might be afraid to pull the trigger and throw that knee. I mean, that's one of the things I'm kind of like, man, I wonder how he's gonna react to that, because and even with that, you know, with Sterling, man, it's just like, okay, hey, like, I just don't want it to be just a standing, like a stalemate, just kind of back and forth where both guys are hesitant, and I can kind of see where that might be. Yeah. And hell, man, I know we want to put some respect on the 35ers, right? But I probably would have switched the Chimaev match to the co-main. I know, if it wasn't for a title shot, yeah.
Yeah,
definitely. It'd be in the main event, but it'd be like the first fight of the night.
Yeah, but I think, I mean, it's a good, you know, it's a good match for the 35ers. I mean, I don't know.
No, I mean, it is, man. I mean, by all means, it's just for it to be, okay, now you get to fight for the title after what happened, and the fight got postponed, and it's just, it got dragged out a little bit too much for me. But yeah, man, I think Petri, Jan, of course, I think he's gonna go ahead and get this belt back and steamroll, dude. I mean, you know, of course, there's a lot more better matchups to make for this title shot. You know, Sterling, by all means, coming up, he was doing good, man. Not to take anything away from the guy. It's just the fact that what happened during the fight happened, and it's just, it was just embarrassing, man. It's just like, come on.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of this fight. So I just hope it's exciting. I mean, which usually 35ers are, right? But with everything kind of coming into play, I mean, I just hope they're not hesitant on both sides.
Just
I hope, they're just
that's
kind
of the whole because it's 5 rounds, bro. So 500 rounds. That's like
please don't be too little Ginny.
Let's get in there and finish it out real quick.
Please don't be too little mini GSPs.
There you go. Yeah, man. But I mean, so with that being said, man, I mean, of course, we're gonna go to the main event. The main event itself, I mean, it is for the 145-pound title. Another one that I'm kind of like, if it wasn't for the title, because of course Alexander won the belt, I would have said, okay, this one's going to be top 10 contenders. I mean, I'm a freaking huge fan of Korean Zombie, dude. I love his style. I've been watching him before UFC and everything else, but it's just it's just not. It is for a title fight, but I don't think it's a title bout.
Man, and I'm not sure how many people know this, man, but I mean, I just wish he wasn't in the military. Yeah. Like during his prime, you know what I'm saying? Because I think we missed out on. I mean, I know he did it for his country, or like they had to, or his man.
What about us, bro?
You know what I'm saying? Like, we need some value.
Yeah, there you go.
we need to.
But definitely, man.
We need some shit
for
to
sure,
look
man. The guy, he served this country, of course, so. Props to him, but yeah, man. I mean, it's just if we would have had him earlier, man. I mean, he would have definitely been up there.
I wonder what it would have looked like. I wonder, between him and McGregor. I wonder what him and
McGregor would have been nice. That would have.
You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, I got Volkanovski. I think, man, I didn't realize, he came from rugby, right?
He looks like a rugby player, bro. He's a tough dude, man.
He's a tough dude. So he came from rugby. So he was a heavier set guy, about 210 pounds. And then he dropped. Now he dropped down to 145.
What do you think he walks around at? Because the last fight he was huge. Bro,
I would be surprised like about 180. I could see that, but he's just a big guy. I think Korean really has his work cut out for him that night. I'm not sure what he can do, and I mean I know he fought last time. I got to look at the match that he had last time, but it's like there's just some things that there's some sports that you just have to kind of just continuously do to kind of stay in a rhythm, and I mean he's done all right, but he had a decision win against Dan, and then he lost to Ortega, and then he beat Edgar, which I mean Edgar I think he's kind of on the way out, but yeah, man, I'm not sure. I mean, last 2 fights both went to decision. One went his way,
and of course I think he was a last minute replacement. I think he was kind of like because the fight that was supposed to happen, of course, didn't or isn't. So I mean, they kind of figured like, well, let's put him in there. And I think that's kind of why I'm kind of like, well, I mean, does he deserve a title? I mean, for sure, man, but not tonight, not tomorrow.
Yeah, man. So I mean, like I said, man, I think Volkanovski kind of. I don't want to say he's gonna run through him, dude, but I think it's gonna be a 30-27. Where he's kind of just dominating all 3 rounds. Or I'm sorry. 50-45, all 5 rounds, man. I think Volkanovski's going to be doing enough every single round.
On this one, and I'll ask you this, like, you don't think Korean Zombie's groundwork will be able to tie him on?
I mean, maybe to stalemate him, but I'm not...
Like, for him to finish him?
I don't know, man. I just don't see that happening.
I see it, man. I see, bro. I'm definitely going with the Korean Zombie on this one. And, Alexander, like you said, dude, because he's a big dude, man. I mean, the last fight, it was pure grit, and I think that's what saved him. When they came to him getting that win, just because he didn't want to lose, but I mean, he was close, man, and because of that, I'm like, you know what, dude? I mean, he's finishable. I mean, I see somebody going out there and slapping a submission on him quick. I mean, before he start getting all sweaty. And,
well, shoot, that was it. It was almost. Volkanovski. So I mean, it's and then him and Ortega, man, they went all 3 rounds or all 5 rounds, I should say. But it's like man, I mean, just looking at Volkanovski's
pedigree,
like, dude,
he's fought the who's who. I mean, he's definitely, I mean, he's a big dude. I mean, Max Holloway twice, bro. I mean, that's impressive. I mean, even back then, it's in 2019, 2020. Chad Mendes, Shane Young was actually a good one too, man. I mean, I think that was one of his first, like when he got his run. But yeah, man, I see the Korean Zombie, man. I'm gonna go with Korean Zombie submission, either 2 or 3. I think he'll be able to slap something on him early. You know, it is the main event tomorrow, so those listening, chime in. Let us know what you think and tell us why Aaron is wrong. Be like, you suck.
You suck, Aaron.
Who said that?
You suck. I was like, hey, man. And then that's the other thing too, right? I had a guy last time who was like, man, who'd you pick? And I was like, I picked this guy. I mean, aren't you a fighter? I'm like, dude, it's a fucking fight. Like, I don't, like, that's exactly how it can go. I don't, like, and that's kind of the hard thing about picking fight. I mean, we typically who we think might have the advantage, but at the end of the day, man, you're throwing 4-ounce leather.
Yeah,
like,
who's going to get caught, who's not. And
you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I mean, it's kind of crappy to say it like that, but I mean, it's just like, you never know what the hell's going to happen. And they're like, you know, so you beat up everybody that you fight, like in the street? Like, no, because, again, it's a fight. You don't know what the hell's going to happen.
Yeah, I might hit a curb, might trip.
Something, man.
Slip on a freaking beer can. But yeah, man, but I mean, of course, that is, of course, for the UFC card, man. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship happening tonight. And, I mean, dude, the freaking fight card is stacked, bro. They got, like, I mean, I don't know what time they're starting that bout, but I hope it's early. There's a lot of good matchups on there, man. There's a couple of people that I tried to reach out to, and, of course, it was too close for comfort as far as getting an interview.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's one of the ones that I'm looking forward to. I mean, of course, when it comes to bare knuckle, I mean, there is no 4-ounce. You know, it's a freaking hand wrap, and I'd be more afraid. I think I'd be more afraid of getting that freaking burn rather than getting hit. Cause just like with the gi, man, you roll with the gi and you're like, go home with freaking hickey marks all over your neck.
Yeah.
Like, trying to explain to the wife.
No, it's
trying to choke me. Who's trying to choke you? But yeah, man, it's just you know, it's gonna make good for combat, of course. I mean, the card itself, man. I mean, there's so many matches on there. For those listening, of course, you know, jump on the group page or the Facebook page. I think I posted the clip on Instagram also, man. But man, and I was gonna ask you, bro, on your Instagram, do you have it connected to your Facebook page?
I have an option. I have an option where I can, if I post it on Instagram or whatever, I can also post it on Facebook. Yeah. So sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just depends on what I'm posting. So.
Oh, okay. So it's set to where.
Yeah. Like it very much so wants me to just connect it all. It's like, nah, I'm alright. You know what I'm saying? So it's yeah, I mean, yeah, it is what it is sometimes. But, I mean, I was like, there's only so many choices I get to make, man, and I want that to be one of them.
I know. You know, I can only make some choices. And I can't do them at home, but you know what? I'll be damned if they'll take away my Instagram. You know, you like the outfit my wife picked out for me this morning. I know. They're like, Aaron, are you okay? And your wife's like, yeah, he's good.
He's good. I'm like, blink if you need help.
I know. Oh, man, I still get a kick out of that commercial, man.
Blink.
Bro.
No. I'm sorry, man. Real quick. So I was at the Spurs game. Was it a couple weeks ago?
Yes, bro. Yes.
Yeah. So I was over there, and I was wearing the other one. I was wearing the gray one, and the guy comes up to me, and I had totally forgot I'm wearing this Free Kane shirt, right? So I'm like that. I'm walking, and the guy comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, man, yeah, Free Kane," and I'm like, "Fuck's your problem?
Get off me!"
Like, dude, like,
sucker punch.
like I put my hand in front of my kid, like, "Hey, man, like, step back," and he was just like, "Cause you know." Dude, I'm getting ready to swing. And I was just like, oh shit, oh yeah, man.
Like, yeah, that's right, man.
Yeah,
Tons of power.
Yeah.
Man, I've been keeping up with the news with the guy, and I mean, it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, of course, I mean, people tried to go out there and protest, and it's just, I mean, it's a freaking mess that he got himself into, man. And, you know, my thing now, I mean, him actually having a stage and having been that person he is, I think people would learn more from him if he let out and just kind of do, you know, appearances as far as why not to do what he did. Mm-hmm. You know, people would learn more from him rather than him being locked up. But yeah, man, I mean, it's just, you know, the guy's still in there, man. I mean, you know, hopefully something can be done and he can, you know, be set free, man. I mean, it's just, it's an unfortunate, I mean, it sucks as far as what, you know, what the POS, you know, did.
Yeah.
But, you know, for Kane himself to be in that situation, man, it's got to get better.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, man.
But yeah, man. But you almost fought for the man, so that's good.
I was like, yeah, it is.
Hold on, buddy. Let me put it on Instagram Live.
Yeah, you know. But yeah, you know, I was like, oh shit, yeah, that's right. I got the shirt on. Yeah, Totally
I thought you were gonna say the guy was like, yeah, free cocaine. I was like, oh. Like,
no, well, yeah, and then, like, and so you know, and then of course it's like, hey, free cane. So I'm like, no, it's not cane. It's like the cane. I mean, that'd be cool.
Follow me. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll go. You'll pay.
I didn't even think about that one, man. Yeah, bro.
Nice.
Like, not McDonald's, buddy.
Yeah.
McDonald's, Whataburger.
Whataburger. Ooh, yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, man. Let me ask you, bro. As far as the fight scene, there's so many promotions. Like tonight, Combate Global going down in Florida, and I tried looking it up because one of the I think we had like 2 Texan women on that card, bro.
Okay.
And you know, I mean, let me ask you this. I mean, when it comes to like women MMA, are you a fan of women's MMA? I mean, you watch it, I watch it, but I'm saying like when it comes down to it, like say if Invicta comes to San Antonio and it's like boom, all women's card, are you gonna be like, I'm gonna go?
Man, it would have to be so.
If it's between going to that and going to Canes, which one are you going to?
I mean, hold on, which Canes?
Yeah, there you go.
Which the one off for 35. I mean, that's a pretty good one, man. I don't know. So I want to put it this way because I also don't want to get canceled. So I support women in MMA. Like, they should be doing it. They should be getting it going or whatever. I love watching them fight, but it also just, I mean, it depends on who's on the card. You know what I'm saying? Like it would have to be some type of level. Like, and I guess that's kind of the weird thing about it, right? Is like, I mean, you want to support it, you know, at all levels, but it's just like you also know that these women aren't coming out, like Shevchenko or like you know, Tisha Torres or Mackenzie Dern, like so a lot of them just don't have that specific skill sometimes, right?
Right.
But I mean, there are like a handful of women that are here in town that I'm like, yeah, man, I'll go watch your show. Like I'm totally for it, and I don't want to, you know, see you continue fighting. And but if it's just a whole bunch of random girls, like I just don't know, I'm not sure if I'm intrigued enough. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of a downfall. Maybe just the sport just hasn't grown as much. I mean, they've caught up quite a bit to the bend, but it's still not to that caliber where that whole women thing can really stand up on its own. So. And
that's right, ladies. That is Aaron Suarez, the Fighters Podcast. His home on. No, man, you see, and I'm like that too. Even for like regional cards, bro. Like I'm a fan of the sport, man, and it's like I mean, there's been many that have came through Texas and I can go to for other reasons, but at the same time, I'm not like heartbroken. You know what I mean? Like I want to support everybody. I want to go and watch everybody, but it's just like, yeah, it's kind of hard because it's like, okay, well, there's no build up to it. Kind of like what we talked about earlier. Like you're kind of like, well, like Garcia, man, the boxing thing's going on today or this weekend. And, you know, even that, I was going to go to the press conference, and I was just like, well, I had work, and I had an opportunity, but, I mean, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have been able to find parking, and that would have sucked. But I was just like, well, I mean, I missed it. I was like, I'm okay with it. You know, like I had to do other stuff.
Yeah.
But
so, and with that being said, right, the one matchup I am looking forward to is with Rain, the bully. I know she's coming out. She's gonna be fighting here in a few weeks as well.
Is she on that card?
Yeah. So she'll be on in Houston. She's training over at 4 Ounce at War.
Yeah.
And so, you know, shout out to them. And she's on my Instagram too. And it's just like, yeah, dude. I'm like I wouldn't mind going and seeing her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know how she fights. I know what she's gonna kind of bring. And the opponent, she's undefeated. So it's like, dude, like it's like something's gonna happen. So
who's she fighting?
Oh man, I'm not. I can't. I don't.
I'm gonna put you on the spot, man.
Yeah, dude, no, I don't know who she's
fighting. What's her record, man? Tell me.
But see, and that's and that's just it. Like it was a Rain story that I saw, and she was like, oh yeah, you know, me and her are both like, well, she's undefeated, so you know, expect a tough, you know, fight, this and that. And I'm like, oh yeah. So that's all that information I know on her. But I mean, Rain. I mean, she even in her amateur, you know, fights. I mean, she was knocking chicks out and head kick
she made
and
an
whatnot.
Impact.
You know what I'm saying? And not enough women do that, you know.
Right.
And but then on the flip side too, I mean, hell, I mean, I know Fatima. I mean, hopefully she gets to fight. I know she's coming off surgery and everything like that. But I hope she'll get to fight again pretty soon. Lori Ivy, you know, we had her here in studio. I mean, doesn't have the best record, but I mean, I enjoy watching her fight simply because of the personal story, you know, and everything that she has to do as a mom and everything like that. So I mean, there's room for women to make an impact in MMA world is just not caught up yet. I mean, hell, you got fans booing, you know, guys when they're just in a stalemate, or a guy who's a straight grappler or something like that. So, I mean, I blame it on the fans, but then I also blame it on a little bit on the evolution of the women yet. I don't think it's just up there yet. So it's I think it's on both ends. I mean, I remember watching a fight and the girls, you know, came on, and I know the two fighters. I'm like, dude, this is gonna be a good fight. So I stayed and watched back. But you know, the guys I'm with, like, oh man, I'm gonna go get drinks. Like, this isn't gonna be an important fight. And I'm like, dude, you serious? Like, you don't know what you're not. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what you're missing. And sure enough, it was an exciting fight. And the guy, oh man, dude, like, we saw it and it was all bad. I was like, I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
beer, buddy.
You know, like, you just got to be a little bit more educated, man. And I think that's what it kind of comes down to. So.
No, yeah, man, and of course, and that's one of the things. I mean, of course, that's why the UFC has prelims. You know, they have a lot of beginners or people that are just athletes or fighters that are just coming into the promotion and just kind of feed the card. You know, but yeah, man. I mean, there's been more than enough, and when it comes to like the whole prelims, I'm a fan only because a lot of the fighters on there are gonna fight and put on the show, man. They're gonna go in there and be like, hey, I want to be on the main card next time.
Yeah.
So you know, so that's that, and of course, I mean. Once again, everybody, that's Aaron, A-A-R.
Owen.
Yeah.
You know, he
the Fighters Podcast.
We are right here at the House of Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah,
you know, man. So.
His card's on the far right. Go ahead and throw some eggs on it. But yeah, man, and that's the only reason I asked, bro, because, I mean, I would go. I mean, whether or not, you know, the fighters, I mean, they have big names or not, I would still go just because... You know, I don't want to get canceled, but of course, you know, because I'm a fan. No, but yeah, man, I mean, I would show up.
Now, tell me what you told me off air.
It's gone. But yeah, man, I mean, I would go, man. It's just, once again, it would be one of those, like, man, you know, what else is going on in my life? I mean, can I go? Can I, you know, it's just, I mean, there's a lot of, promotions coming up. You know, we keep talking about the Texas Clash, you know, wrestling. Of course, I'm all for it, man. I want to go. Just, it's going to be
I was way off on that then, man. The Texas, you know what I'm saying? I like I said, I know I've been pretty particular about it, but I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, they're on Roku now, right? Or they're going.
Yes, bro.
You know, like I was like, dude, like, yeah. So I'm on the late. Man. I'm on the late freight with that one, man. So
you see, and I mean, Bubba and staff, man, they're on it. They're definitely pushing it. My thing is, because I had asked him, and of course he's like, yeah, we're bringing the other cash wrestling promotions on board. So of course, you know, it makes sense. It's just nothing but cash wrestling.
Yeah.
And because of that, I've been digging up, and there's a lot out there, bro. Like, I was like, damn, yeah. Like, there's other, like, regional wise. I mean, the U.S. They're all over the place. It's just there's no platform for it. So maybe this is it. You know?
Yeah, man. I mean, hell, awesome, man. So, like I said, I didn't know how to catch on, but it caught on. So, you know.
Yeah, you see, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to ref school, man. I want to be a ref. I'm gonna with a whistle.
But you can't like Instagram or nothing, right?
Damn, like, I hope so.
Oh shit! Let me stop it.
Yeah, hold on, but can you do that again? You get a quick clip. But man, I mean, I'm excited, man. I'm a fan. I mean, I like the platform. I like the way it's set up. What I like about it, and we had talked a little bit about it the other day through Facebook. I don't even know if I text you or I don't know. I was half asleep. But, no, man, but. I like it because it's kind of like we mentioned, a super fight. It's like a one match. You don't have to be there all day and wait 3 hours and be like, okay, am I going to grapple or what? No, it's like, hey, two people, boom, knock it out, let's go. You know, go to the next one. You know, the whole grappling format on this, I know we had talked about, the word super fight and whether or not it can or should be used. I mean, to build up a fight, yeah, promoter-wise, of course.
Yeah.
It's a super fight. For jiu-jitsu guys, ground guys, wrestler guys, no striking, platforms. I mean, should it be called a fight?
Dude, I already just bashed women. Do you want me to do you want me to piss off? Do you want me to piss off all the Brazilians too?
Damn you.
I mean, but I will. So, anyways, but yeah, it's not a fight, guys. It's not a fight. I mean, I get it. Yeah, promotion-wise, yeah, it is, we want to sell it as much as we can, but at the end of it, it's not a fight. To me, a fight is a spot where it's like, you're going to get hit. I mean, there are certain definitions
right
that have it, and it's not to say that it's any safer or whatever. I mean, well, yeah, it is a little bit safer, but we understand that, hey, just tap out. Now, if it was, let's say, hey, man, it's a super fight, no taps, Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know, if you
They're
can't,
like,
if you get the arm, you break it. Hey, I mean, you know, like now we're talking super fight.
You see, and when we were talking about it, I was like, you know what? If they up the scale and they say like, hey, loser leaves BJJ, I'm gonna go watch.
Yeah,
they're gonna fight for their life, man. You know, but yeah, man, it's just the term itself. I mean, it gets used a lot. I mean, you know. The Fight Card Podcast, I mean, the Fight Label, you know, of course, it's out there. It's as soon as you hear fight, you're like, oh shit, you know, they're going to fight.
Yeah, it's
so,
a little trigger word.
With that being said, man, I mean, of course, once again, that is Aaron Suarez, the fighter. No, man, but it's just one of those things. I mean, but let me ask you this. What should it be called?
Oh, man. I don't know, man. Dream matches? I don't
yeah, well, you know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, if it's a grappling tournament and it's a like what is it, bro? Like what can we call it? I mean, you're out there, man. You're listening to this. I mean, should it be called the Grappling Fest, the Grapplers Championship? I mean, of course, and they're out there. I mean, I've seen those terms, and I'm like, okay, because it is a 1-on-1. It's a super fat fight, so they kind of it's a 1-on-1, but. I mean, there's got to be. I mean, well, let me ask you this. I mean, you have the whole Eddie Bravo. You know, you're allowed to palm strike the opponent.
See, is that
a fight, right?
Yeah, I think that'd be more classified as, I think for me it would be more classified as a super
contact.
Fight. Hey, it's a super fight. We're going to, you know, grapple, but you can also hit. Like, that's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You see, because me, like, I'm a contract delivery driver and I fight traffic every day, so I'm a fighter, bro. I'm
contract fighter. I mean,
I fight traffic.
Delivery fighter.
I'm out there and I'm like fighting. You know, people ask me, hey, that much for this, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta fight traffic.
Gotta fight traffic, man.
You know? No, but you know what I mean. But yeah, it gets used a lot and it gets thrown out there. No, it's just, you know, people listening.
I just hate. I know Deuce King has like a really big rant on this type of topic. Because he's just like, man, no, it's you know, there's one sport where, you know, it's okay for you to tap, and of course in fighting you can tap and all this and that or whatever, but chances are, I mean, no one really taps out to strikes. Yeah. I mean, they tap out by getting dropped, or they can't tap out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what do you call it? But you know, but then this grappling or whatever, I mean, you get yourself in a bad spot, okay, tap, you know, and that's kind of end of it, right? So it's like you do feel some type of pain, but it's not as much. So I don't know. I mean, it's not the same, and I hate that, you know, grappling's kind of put underneath that same umbrella as a fight. So.
See, and well, let me ask you this, because even I mean, we talked about the Texas Clash Wrestling, you know, and it is inside the cage. Mm-hmm. It is in. They do the whole layout, the whole lights. I mean, I like it because of that, but they don't call it Texas Cash Wrestling Super Fight, or you know what I mean? They don't have that in there, so now I'm like, okay. I mean, that's one of the things I like.
Yeah, because it's specific to like what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, but we all know. And damn, dude. See, and that's just it. Like, I think even the way, if I'm looking at it now, even the way they're selling the Texas Catch Wrestling, along with super fights. I mean, super fights probably, or I'm sorry, the catch wrestling is probably a little bit more dangerous than the. Super, I mean, that's just me.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. I mean,
and that's also me just trying to get points with Bubba again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, please help me. You know, but it's like, I mean, because there's you get slams, but you know, you look at the super fights with grappling or whatever. You can't slam. You can't do this. You can't. You know.
You can't grab that arm.
Yeah, you can't reap, or you know what I'm saying. Like so. I mean, there's a lot of different things that you can't cross, and there's things that you can't cross with Texas Cash Wrestling, but you can slam. You know, you can like.
It's a little bit more physical.
There's a little bit more. Yeah, and I think the physicality of it, you know, is where it kind of goes from there. I mean.
No, yeah, but like we said, they don't classify it as a fight. That's kind of what I'm like cool with it. It's just a cash wrestling, and it's just like, hey, this is what. I mean, they don't want a lot of the time stalls, the butt scoots, you know, and that's, you know, it's each their own, of course. You know, there's different platforms out there for this, but I mean, because of that, I like it. I'm like, yeah, you know what, man. But yeah, the fact that it's just one-on-one, it's just like get in, get out, get the next one in there. The next card, of course, going down in Pflugerville. I mean, there's a lot of people on there that I know that I'm looking forward to, man. I mean, I want to go out there, and like I said, I probably won't know till the week of if I'm gonna go, but yeah, man. I mean, you know, that's one of those. You know, our 2 cents as far as why the word gets thrown around a lot. I mean, it gets attention, of course, sell tickets, of course, but you know. like we said, I mean, they're out there. They're putting a platform, so more power to them, of course. You know, get these people out there. But yeah, man. I mean, let's go backtrack, man. Well, actually, let's go forward, dude. The pillow fighting championship. Is that a fight?
I mean,
they're swinging.
They're swinging, man. They're swinging their contact. How hard are the pillows? I don't. Are we using goose feathers? What are we doing, dude?
Are these pillows from Kmart or from Big Lots?
Hey, do you
weight
remember,
difference?
Now let me ask you, because you're old enough, right? Do you remember the Sobakawa pillow commercials?
Yes, bro.
Dude, you imagine getting hit with one of those fuckers?
Yeah, man. I feel like, you see, and I've been pillow fighting since I was a kid, bro. And I mean, like, with that, I mean sleep. I've been fighting sleep, and it doesn't work out for me.
I mean, if we're being serious, I mean, they got more contact than.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot more contact, and people, man, they're swinging, bro. I mean, you get hit with a pillow. I've been hit with a pillow, then that sucks, bro. Like, you're there, and you're like, okay, crap.
Hey,
but, I mean,
yeah, it goes back pretty quick, man.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You know, so, I mean, I don't know. We got to make, like, a tier. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these different fights. Like, you know, you have MMA at the top, but it's like, okay, hey, you know, super fights, Texas Cash Wrestling, pillow fighting, and like, that's gonna piss off so many people, man. I'm sorry.
No, well, I mean, it's just, I mean, like I said, there's just different platforms for everything, man. I mean, we talked about car jitsu, you know, these people in the car freaking trying to fight their seatbelt.
The arm wrestling one where they have the arms tied and then they're kicking and punching. Like, I mean, that's cool. I mean, so I don't know, man.
I mean, it's fights, you know, they're fighting, they're kicking, bro. I mean, I don't want to get freaking hit.
You know, 3 a.m. at Denny's. I mean, it's whatever, man.
Yeah, man. Waffle House, let's go, let's bring it. But yeah, man. I mean, you know, so of course, I mean, there's different platforms out there. I mean, the fact that, you know, the word, like we said, it gets thrown around a lot, and you know, it makes for good attention. You know, people see it and they're like, oh crap, you know, it's a fight. But then they go and they're like swinging, you know, swinging pillows, like. I mean, let me ask you this: if there was a pillow fight championship going down here in San Antonio, man, would you go?
Probably.
You see, I would.
Probably.
It kind of sucks.
Well, I'm saying it sucks, especially after the statement that I had as far as not going to the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, but it's the entertainment value, and I think that's what. You know, the women are hoping to understand a little bit more. It's just like you have to bring some type of entertainment value. You have to be. You know, if I buy this ticket, like, what does that entail? If I go to a pillow fight, I don't know what the hell I'm going to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Yeah. Like, I mean, the chance of somebody getting knocked out with a pillow.
Take our own pillow? I mean,
I mean, dude, I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I would. I'd be like, hey, I'll pillow fight on the way out there, man.
You know, and that's the thing about it. And I think, like I said, and that's where I think Rain and these other women, they put in, like, so let me take, there's another example is like Alexa Yanis, you know, out of Rodrigo Pinheiro. Like, I mean, she's a legit black, but she's a like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are entertainment values that I'm like, oh, dude, like, I know she can, like, she's been all over the world, she's done this and that, so it's like, okay,
she's got that momentum.
I would go see her, and I think a lot more women need to kind of really plug into that platform to kind of really help themselves out, so that way they can get viewed as great entertainment value, just like the men do. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's just hard, man. You know, I don't know.
I think I'm gonna change the podcast to the pillow fight.
The pillow fight, and we just cover pillow fights, man.
I know. We just come in there and start swinging. We don't even talk. We just come in.
We're right here by the door, man. They can't see us, right? So we'll just wait right here by the door. As soon as they come in, do sauce.
Yeah, man. Start swinging, bro. Heads up. No, but you know what, man? I mean, it's stuff like that, and it's like, yeah, because if there was shit, maybe I'm gonna buy the domain name real quick, because maybe if there is a pillow fighting podcast, I mean, I'd watch it. What's going on? Who's getting hit today? You know, but
you know, it's so. I mean, it depends on, you know, the value that it's bringing with that ticket, man, and a lot of MMA, like, women fight, like, they don't have that type of pool when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they can sell tickets, they can do all those different things, but it's okay. Are you gonna fight? Are you gonna, you know what I'm saying? And maybe, like, the level of toughness just doesn't get, the word toughness also doesn't get put in place with women in general, but it's like, dude, these are some of the toughest people we have. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think, there has to be some re-education when it comes to how we view women's MMA, but it does kind of suck that we're over here sitting down and saying, yeah, dude, I'd go to a pillow fight show.
I'm gonna go hug my pillow when I get home, man. Let me ask you, bro, because I don't want people to hate you, but I'm gonna change the subject on that.
Thank you. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna walk me to my car.
I know, security, man. But as far as what's going on, bro, of course, you know, the people out there in Austin, man. The Melee Fighting Championship is new promotion is coming up. Of course, they've already announced as far as September for their first bout, so they are going to bring in back MMA to Austin. I'm excited. I mean, we talked about it before, and even with people, just in general, why there isn't mixed martial arts now. It's been there,
It's been there. Oh yeah.
The XFC back in the day, King of the Cage, Strike Force or Strike something that happened. Of course, Jeffrey Meadows, the guy out there in Austin, of course, the Black Sheep Boxing. They're bringing it back. I'm excited, man, because for one thing, it's like something we've said before. I mean, the fact that Fury comes to every city or just about, so there is people here. I mean, Eric Garcia, of course, he's doing his Chris Lopez. He's bringing his promotion here, and I'm excited about that because it's like, okay, he'll be here in Houston. There's going to be enough platforms. Are there enough fighters? I mean, what do you think? Right? I mean, there should be, right? There
should be, man. I mean, like I said, I mean, it depends. I mean, you're not gonna. I think every promotion is gonna have like I got these. This is probably why they have these 4 or 5 fight contracts now with like Fury and stuff like that. But with these new promotions coming out, man, it's like you should. I'm just not sure how big of a name that they're gonna be, and so it's kind of weird. I mean, you have like Austin. I mean, all those guys in Austin, they're gonna want to fight in their hometown anyway. So it's,
right.
So I'm looking at the Christian Ammons. I'm looking at the guys coming out of Black Sheep, the guys coming out of 10th Planet. Like all those guys are gonna be flocking there. They're probably gonna do like how we did back in the day, where it's like all 10th Planet guys versus whoever's coming out from out of town. So I mean it's there should be enough. I just don't know how good the skill set's gonna be. I mean, I know the skill set's getting a lot more. It's getting a lot better just across the board. When the guys are making their debuts, I mean, hell, we talked about. I believe it was David that made his debut, and he looked solid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I think you have a lot more guys that are coming out polished. It's just, we're just gonna have to find those guys.
Yeah, you see, like you said, and because they're, I mean. In every major city, I mean, of course, I would say, there should be whether an amateur or a pro promotion going on, because now we can get like to build everything up. Now we can get the good guys from San Antonio go to Austin, from Austin come over here, and kind of, whether they maybe do a cross promotion. Maybe they get a title holder in each promotion, and they give me your 170 pounder, I'll give you a 155er, and let's go, man.
Yeah, let's see what you got.
That for me, I mean, that would be enough for me to get my attention and be like, oh shit, like okay, I want to go now because now there's a little hostility. Of course, it's all professional, but there's gonna be that hype, and hey, who's better, man? Like let's get these guys in there, get them experience because it is an amateur card, yeah. I mean, before not to change the subject, but just. Texas Clash. I mean, they're going to start doing pro MMA. They're going to start doing pro boxing. They're going to start. So now it's like, okay, now it changes because now it's like, okay, is boxing going to be in a cage or is MMA going to be in the ring? I'm kind of curious to see what the platform's going to be.
I'd like to see more MMA in a ring. I'd like to see it.
Yeah, I mean, that's dude. I interviewed Akeem Cleveland the other day, and he brought up the fact that. I mean, he had fought in the ring twice, and he's like, yeah, it changes. Now it changes because now it's like, where the cage is more for a grappler because now it got you in the cage, bring you down. With a ring, it's like, hey, you got to kind of have some pull. You kind of have that. I mean, your mentality changes, I mean, Raheem, of course, he's fighting for Bellator next Friday, man. And, one of the good guys, man. I was actually glad to be able to interview the guy. And, I mean, he fought back from 2010 as a professional. And just the fact that he fought for IXFA, he fought for... promotions that from back in the heyday, bro. Like I was like, damn, this guy's been around for a while, man.
He's been around for a minute, man. Hey, what's up, lettuce? This guy in the chat, but yeah, I mean, yeah, the ring and the cage, man, it makes all the difference in the world. I like, and hopefully if they do it in the ring, man, it's a bigger ring. Right, kind of gives some guys some more space, man. I mean,
you see, and that's another thing too, man. Because if it's a small ring, you're like, okay, well, you can't really shoot because they're gonna go to the ring, right? To the ropes.
Man. So it's all kinds of things, man. So all those different things kind of go into play, but I don't think I'd want to see boxing in the cage though. I'm not sure. I mean, we have the the kickboxing, Thai boxing in the cage or whatever, but I would like to keep boxing in an actual ring itself.
You see, I don't think I've ever seen boxing in a cage. I've seen kickboxing.
I mean, you'd have to go to some...
How would that work? I don't know. That's kind of...
Yeah. Is it, you see what I'm
Maybe
saying?
in Russia, maybe they have that stuff.
They have everything in Russia, man. Then it's like, hey, man, we got 3 guys. We're gonna fight this little, teenage bear or whatever.
I know.
All right, cool.
Send location.
Send location, man. But the bear has to have one claw, that's available.
I know, one hand tied behind his
but
back.
But the other hand, is closed. So it's weird,
bro.
It's weird.
Man, you see, but that's. I like it. So we'll see, man. Of course, this is gonna happen this year. Fury, like you mentioned earlier, they are going to come to San Antonio. They're going to Edinburgh. They're going to be in Houston. And in Houston, man, and I'll bring this up because Randy Villarreal, he's finally, gets to fight again, hopefully, man. And it's one of those things, man, because, of course, they got to make weight. His opponent, of course, his last bout didn't. And decided not to fight for the speculations that were because he didn't make weight. So.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, so now we'll see, man. Hopefully everybody's healthy, everybody's good, and everybody shows up on weight and fight happens because the one thing, and especially with Randy, man, he was gone for so long. He's fought pretty much once a year, because he was doing other things, and. He knows that there's not much time left for him to be competing. So he's like, hey, let me get 3 fights in, get in the win streak, see if he can get that, that run. He himself wants to make it to the UFC. Back in the day when he was competing, he was fighting everybody, bro. He was fighting people at 2 weight classes bigger than him. He fought DJ Fuentes in South Texas, and that was just wrong. He was just a smaller dude. But yeah, so hopefully, I hope it goes through, and I hope, he gets at least maybe 2 more fights this year. Being that stays healthy and everything's good. But yeah, man, the one in Edinburgh, that one's going to be good. A lot of the corporate guys are going to be on there, South Texas. I believe, and I only know this because they posted on there, but I think Eddie was supposed to fight on that card.
Eddie,
and his opponent dropped, so he's fighting on the local card now, which is good. He gets to fight from home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's that's always good, man. But it kind of pushes the time to get in the cage back. You know what I'm saying? It's especially as a fighter, man. You have a time set. It's like, okay, I'm gonna be fighting this day. Your training's going this well, whatever. This and that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, Eddie. He's only got to cut 3 pounds, to be in his weight class. But at the same time, it does kind of I think affect it does affect the performance or the training. I'm sorry, if you will. Now it's gotten pushed back to May 22nd, I believe that's the
Fury
that Fury card. So that's another 4 or 5 weeks out. So that takes a toll on people, man, on the mentality a little bit. Maybe he gets to slow down. Maybe he gets to take a day off.
You see, but
if need be,
like you said, because if you were to fight, if he was supposed to fight in 4 weeks, then like you said, mentally he's like, okay, I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna start. My diet's going to be here, my weight's going to be here, and now it's like, okay, now you fight in 8 weeks, so now you're like, crap.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like now...
you still can't go out and get fat, you got to kind of maintain. And
you got to maintain, and then on top of that, you got to slow down that training so that way you're not peaking too early, and then you miss it, and now come fight night, you're not the very best that you can be, but like I said, it is a little... It has got to be a little frustrating, a little difficult too. Because then you don't know what plans he had afterwards,
Yeah,
So anyways, man. But I did see a clip of him and CJ training together, man. So that was
really?
That was pretty cool, man. And it looked like he was giving CJ the business, but I know they've been going back and forth, man. So it's been good, man.
That's actually some good experience right there.
Oh yeah, easily. So yeah, man. But that 22nd card looks like it's stacking up pretty nice because I think Borrego.
Yeah, he's on there. And I'm actually, I invited a senior as well into the studio, hopefully this coming week.
Good, man.
So I'm going to get them both in here and get some input, man.
Good, man. I got a bone to pick with him, man. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't. But no, I do.
Watch out with that pillow, man. Yeah. behind the door.
But I do enjoy the conversation that he has, and we'll go back and forth on things, and just his point of view on how he views fights or this and that. So I do enjoy the conversation with him. So
So I'm looking forward to him, man, because obviously a lot of him rubbed up on his son. His son's a pretty good individual, man. The guy's been doing good when it comes to martial arts or mixed martial arts. Mm-hmm. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. For sure.
Oh yeah.
But he's going to be on here. I've invited a few others, so hopefully scheduling everything falls into place. Mm-hmm. I think the opponent, and I tried looking it up last night, because the opponent that, who was it, Eddie actually has for the fight here, he's another local guy. Mm-hmm. And I tried looking him up. Do you know as far as where he's fighting out of?
Man, I don't know where he's fighting out of, man. But I let me see.
Yeah, because I did a little digging, and I was like, man, where's this guy from? But it does say San Antonio, so I was like, okay, well. But I was trying to find his gym.
Drake Lopez.
Right.
So yeah, dude. Let me see, man. Let me see what we got, man. I don't want to look at Drake the rapper. No.
That's later.
That's later.
But yeah, man. But I'm, it's.
But yeah, no, I have no idea, man. If anybody knows, man, I mean, chime us in, dude. Let me see, man. I'm trying to.
Because he's fought for the Garcia promotions for the amateur. He's fought for Fury, so he's out there. I just and that's one of those things. And the other day I had a conversation with a buddy of mine. We were talking and we're kind of like in the whole media thing and the whole not media, but as far as like social media. Mm-hmm. And he was all like, man, well, as far as us getting out there, like you need to do a better job of that. He said because. I know you're doing a podcast. I know you're doing this. He said, but I don't see your stuff. And I was like, damn. Like, okay. Like, he probably has me blocked. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, maybe there's a reason. But yeah, because he said that, I said, you know what, man? It's true, man. Because, social media. Of course, we want to get out there. We want to, push the name, push the outlet, push, all the options and platforms that we have. But it's like, you know what, dude? We definitely. Because of that, I think today we're going to have our own float at the Riverwalk, man. We're going to go ahead and...
Hey, dude, let's get it.
Yeah, I'm going to get a pillow. You get a pillow. We're just going to start swinging, bro.
Can we do that?
Yeah, why not, man? Well, it'll be fun, I'm pretty sure they'll appreciate it after we tell them that we can bring them on the podcast. But yeah, I was thinking, you know what, man? And that's one of the things that I've already contacted a few locals. I'm going to start going out a lot more. And that's one of the things my buddy was telling me because he said, man, back in the day you were everywhere. You were at every fight. And I was like, yeah, dude. I said, and even back then I didn't like being out, but I was doing it. And I said, you know what, man, I'm going to start doing that again. I'm going to start doing a little bit more footwork because he was all like, man, the old Mario, he was. And I was like, dude, like I was a guy, like I was doing seminars, I was doing appearances, I was doing freaking training, like everything. I was invited everywhere, which is great. And I appreciate everybody that invited me out to their gym, and I want to start doing that again. I said, I don't know how often, like during the week, but I want to, like, during the weeks, pull up somewhere and just start, conversing with whoever, the gym owner, the people out there. Just kind of plug them in while I'm out there also, but just start reaching out because, it's been a while, man. A lot of the people, the guys that are just now coming up, they don't know who the hell I am. Back then they didn't know who I was. They just knew I was everywhere, But because of that, I'm gonna start doing that, man.
Yeah, dude, you're making more cameos than Stan Lee.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Dude. No, definitely, man. We they've got to get out there a lot more with everything that's coming up. There's so many opportunities coming up now with all these fights and all these options. So as long as it's not an all women's card, right?
There you go. I'll be like, oh, I got this pillow thing I gotta go to. No, man, but what I was going to say was, as far as for the interviews, I got more people. Warren Stewart, I know we're kind of back and forth. I didn't get a good chance with him to get him this week.
Yeah.
But the guy, he's back in Louisiana, made a drive-through, went to Arkansas. He's having a blast, bro. I'm kind of jealous, man. Like, he's out there hanging out, eating, and I'm like, dude, I don't even eat. I'm here working, and I don't even get to eat what I want. But yeah, man. The guy, he's out there, Van Bo too, man. He's B2 Fighting Series, of course. Guy's freaking doing awesome things. I'm excited for the promotion. I'm excited for them. As far as what's gonna happen with the promotions coming through here, of course, more feedback, and because of that, it's like now, like I want to go to New Braunfels. I want to go, all these gyms out there, man. I'm coming. You see me with a pillow, man. Start ducking. Cause
I'm swinging.
Yeah, I'm swinging. Start no love, bro. but yeah, man. But as far as the fights, we mentioned Titan Fighting Championship, of course. UFC Fight Pass. No Fury, I believe this weekend. I think it's next weekend.
Yeah.
So that's gonna happen, of course. Houston. I'm excited. I know. Randy's brother invited me to go out there, man. I might go. I'm gonna see, man. It's just like I said, one of those things where I gotta see where I'm at and what's going on. But the card itself, man. By all means, if you're gonna be in Houston, man, check it out. If you can't, UFC Fight Pass, I'm on there. But yeah, as far as San Antonio, man. The Fiesta's about to finish this week. Did you even hear anything or see anything? I drove by here twice, of course, because I'm in downtown with the studio, but. It hasn't really even intrigued me, man. I drove by Oyster Bay the other day, and
Yeah,
Keep
no,
going.
yeah, no, I'm not a fan, man. I think the one thing that kind of threw me off was, like I said, we went to the Spurs game, and you know, you just have all there's a young lady, she wasn't dressed appropriately.
Oh.
And yeah, so I'm just like, yeah, I was like, yeah, you know what, never mind.
What's her Twitter handle?
let me see what she. I was like, yeah. It's like, all right, come on, lady. Like, they're, you know, I get it. You know, you're hot, but please, let's put some clothes on.
You see, and I'm gonna bring this up only because I think about stuff like that, and I don't mean other women, because you know I'll get my ass beat at home. But just the fact that, I mean, because I have 2 daughters, and I'm thinking, okay, you know what? When they were growing up, I mean, I wouldn't approve of anything like that. I mean, there's times where mom was like, hey, they're gonna wear a dress, and I'm like, hey, we're gonna go to the park, we're going playing, like put shorts on, you know, and that's just. I did it for 2 reasons. One, I didn't want them wearing a dress, and another one, yeah, you know, now I have to go to the park. Now I'm like, damn. But yeah, man. But it's just, I mean, now it's like social media and of course content, bro. Like content is just like if you're not on it, like, you know, we talked about some of these people that are on doing videos, and a lot of them are kind of cringy, man. Like they're kind of running out of material, and it's just like the same thing over, and it's just like, well, man. I mean, I'm trying, and I'm kind of like reaching out and doing a couple of different things, and one of them we'll talk after the podcast because I'm gonna get your 2 cents on that. But yeah, man. But I mean, as far as, you know, with women, dude, I mean, you know, sex sells, man. But I don't think it sells as much as it used to. Maybe back in the 80s, 90s, where yeah, you know, looking at catalogs and hey, where's mom at? But now it's just like everywhere, you know. And does it intrigue a lot of people? Maybe some, you know. Like it doesn't get my attention. Like I'm kind of like, well, man, I'm embarrassed honestly when I go to places out there and I see people like that. Cause now I'm like, okay, who hurt you? You know, who left you or who broke your heart? You know,
let's talk
like,
about
yeah,
it,
man. Like, hey, you need a hug? Like, I'll, you know, reach out, man. But it's just, you know, I mean, they're not on Facebook. Then why do it in public? I mean, are they like doing that and they're having their OnlyFans, you know, in the back, or you know what's going on, man?
You got me, man. I mean, my OnlyFans has like 7 subscribers, so, and I appreciate you subscribing.
I know, I was gonna say me and five fake profiles, but I'm on it, buddy.
Hey, appreciate that, man.
I need a refund, by the way. I get my money back. But man, yeah, bro. But you know what? I mean, more power to them, man. I'm just hating. I'm old and grumpy, and I just, you know, I just want to argue at everybody and yell at everybody. But yeah, man. But I mean, when it comes to the podcast, of course, man. I mean, you know, I want to get content. I mean, those local. I know I reached out to your boys out there in Victoria, man. I actually had them. You know, they can come out here the weekend and just.
Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, they're doing a lot of things, man. I'm liking that little group that's coming out, man, with Caleb and Dylan and Joseph.
And he's actually working on his own podcast.
Is he?
Yeah. So
see what you started, man.
Man.
Podcast in the gym, because you know there's another one, dude, that popped up on off of 410 in Bandera, and yeah, they have it's a workout facility and they have a podcast studio.
Really?
Yeah. So I mean, you know, yeah, dude. I mean, you started something, man.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, dude. And the fact, I mean, I'm here at HOJ, of course, and I mean, we're here. And I mean, the fact that, and I always tell people, like, nobody has it. Nobody's thought about that. Nobody's actually, you know, there's podcasts when it comes to like other places, but it's just like, as far as in gym, like none, dude. So you're welcome.
Yeah,
there you go.
So the grandfather right there, dude.
There you go, man. That's a pun, right? Because I'm old, dude. I knew it.
Very, very old, man.
Hurt my back.
You all right? Don't laugh too hard.
I know. I try not to, man. Believe me. That's why I don't get too excited, bro. Because I might throw a hip or shoulder might go out and. My insurance, you know.
That's the end of it right there, man.
Oh yeah, it'll be over. But man, I mean, as far as like, what's going on? What's going on with you this week, man? Before we wrap this up, to talk to.
Man, this week, man. Like I said, I'm gonna discuss something on my outlet today, and after that, man, I'm gonna go home, man. I don't know, man. Probably get the family out. We're not gonna go downtown or nothing like that, but we should, you know, go somewhere. You know, I don't know, my little one, man. He's driving, you know, everybody nuts in the house, so
let him run around.
Yeah, let him run around, man. Get that steam off, and then other than that, man, really just trying to start transitioning back into nights. I go back overnights on Sundays, so
damn,
that'll be good. But it'll be good to see the guys, man. I miss that part of my job, so I mean it was good, man. And I did get to kind of connect with some of the people throughout the week, and made some good relationships, man. So it's good, man. Other than that, it's just really just trying to just catch up and maybe clean out the house a little bit, trying to see what we can kind of get rid of. I know. Well, that's the other thing too. I think I got to go pick up some scrap metal as well. So.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna go with you, bro, because I think that's money.
some washers and dryers. So.
And real quick before, man, you see that object on your side, on the side of the wall?
Which one, man? Oh, this one right here?
Yeah, pick it up.
Oh,
you talking about?
You talking about the clipboard or this?
No, that one right there.
This one right here? Agility trainer, okay.
Yes, bro, like that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I don't know if you want to bring that out because that sucker's like huge. But yeah, man, I mean, that's a object that I want to start using. I was gonna tell you about this too, man, because especially you said your son's, as far as starting the wrestling and man, I like it. I mean, definitely look them up because it's a 360. It's like a speed ladder times 10, dude. Like it's a lot more range. It's a lot more. I mean, for explosive sports. I mean, even in football, soccer, I can see this thing. I mean, obviously, it's gonna be for agility, for speed, for conditioning, for everything, man. But they have like 3 different shapes too, man. I mean, one for like a smaller one. I'm thinking it's kind of like a speed ladder. Like the smaller the bag, the harder it is to kind of work. So it's like the smaller format that they have, man. It's actually I mean, I can only imagine. I wouldn't do it because I'll probably die. But yeah, I mean, I can just see it, man. Especially with your son picking up wrestling, man.
Definitely, man.
Definitely check it out and throw it out there, man. For those watching, of course, man. If you're looking to up your training, check them out. I mean, of course, I'm going to be posting their link, their website. I've been posting it out there, but we are actually affiliated with them.
Okay.
So we are going to start definitely promoting them, using them, and bringing them out to for people out there, man. I mean, of course. I'm thinking during the parade today, I might throw it out on the street and just start doing drills. You know?
See how many drunk people we can get doing that.
Yeah, man. Let me see what's going on.
Hey, can you try this, sir?
I know. Yeah, sure. I haven't signed a waiver before, but
yeah. Well, they're gonna mess up, right? Or we're gonna mess up, and they're like, "Well, can you do it first?" Like, no, we did it earlier. No,
yeah, I'm all training agility out.
I'm all trained out now.
There you go.
you got it, sir.
I can't get too strong, too fast. I'm good. But yeah, man. But I mean, it's just one of those things, man. But yeah, bro. I mean, of course, the week's been pretty good for me, so I appreciate the work. I appreciate you coming in, of course.
Dude, always, man.
And anything else, man? You want to wrap this up? Put it to rest.
You know what, man?
Let's see who else you can upset today, man.
Let's see, man. You know what? I've upset so many people. But you know what? Last night, man, I'm doing my other job, and I came across a thing, and. I went to go pick up an order, and the lady behind the little counter or whatever that was helping me out, she tells me, hey, for this order, we don't have this, this, and this. Like, okay, cool. So not a problem. So let me call the customer and this and that. And, we get done with the transaction, and I know the customer, she was a little frustrated, whatever. Yeah. And then the worker, she was just like, man, she's like, I'm really sorry about that. And it just kind of dawned over me, right? And I'm like, dude, she's probably like 19 or something like that. She's... probably had a long shift. They were short-staffed already, so they already had the signs all over the place and stuff like that. And I was just like, hey, look, you're doing your best. Like, you're fine. Like, don't even worry about this. Like, it's not even a big deal. I was like, what you ran out of some supplies that's not in your control. Yeah. So I was like, just know you're doing a good job. And so she kind of smiled, and then that was it, right? But I mean, during Fiesta, guys, and during just kind of this whole deal, just be a little more patient with some people. Man. That's probably the biggest thing that I'll probably leave you guys off with. But yeah, just be a little more patient with people.
No, yeah, and if you want to release some stress, man, grab some pillows, man. We'll meet up in the parking lot.
Got you, dude.
Start swinging.
What was it, 823, man, South Laredo? Let's go.
There you go, man. Let's go. But yeah, bro. But yeah, I mean, everybody out there, of course, this is our weekly rant. And as always, man, I mean, of course, go to the website, www.deficarpodcast.com. Aaron's link is on there. I've actually got the blog I'm still kind of messing with. Other options, I mean, of course, on Twitter. I mean, I don't think you said you were on Twitter.
I'm not on Twitter.
Yeah, nobody is. Nobody else is either, man.
Yeah,
but I'm on there. I mean, I just keep posting a lot of the same stuff. But Instagram, of course, we're on there. Follow up, man. I mean, of course, you have any topics, anything, if you can make it by during the week, if you can get a hold of Aaron, maybe at night, during the break, make sure he doesn't fall asleep. But yeah, man, I mean, everybody else, man, thank you guys for chiming in, subscribing, following up. Everybody I've interviewed, it's been a pleasure, man. I'm more coming, so keep an eye out, and appreciate everybody. I mean, Aaron Suarez once again, Spider here, DeFi Car Podcast. Till next time, follow up.